Hello everyone, it is Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Today's video is a special one. We are going to be using a new card from the Alterac Valley mini-set. Kazakusan is the card, and it is going into Shudderwock Shaman. But before we get to today's deck, I would like you to practice a bit of mindfulness with me. Close your eyes, clear your mind of all thoughts. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Relax, chill out, and get ready to embark on a new adventure. Forget the ladder, forget those aggro decks, forget the pirate warriors and the odd hunters. Simply let all thoughts leave your mind. I want you to think about one thing, and one thing only. Kazakusan value, combined with the glorious Shudderwock. Yes indeed, Kazakusan combined with the Shudderwock. Think of the insane value. So I was browsing through Twitter, looking at the latest Shudderwock decks, and the latest Shudderwock decks really do look like the Shudderwock decks pre-mini-set. I could not find a Shudderwock deck using Kazakusan until I came across this one deck here from DannyJi's. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And this is an interesting take on Shudderwock Shaman. I mean, it runs Mutanus, and I know that a lot of the Shaman experts out there would decry this deck because you've got 3 Murlocs and Ice Fishing, and that can be problematic. I look at this as more of a fun deck, the objective being to try and get that Kazakusan value with the Shudderwock. The question is, can we do it? Or is the meta just too fast?
Bru'kan!
Okay, let's look at our first game here. It's against a paladin.
Are you ready to fight?
Are you ready to fight? Yes, we are. Also absolutely love the Skulking Geist in this deck. I know a lot of people hate Skulking Geist. It's a somewhat controversial card, but I do like it. I think it's especially useful if you play your Shudderwock and you end up getting a lot of wind chills back to hand. If timed correctly, or if timed in a lucky sort of manner, your Shudderwock could just eliminate those wind chills in the late game. I think the trouble is if you get too many wind chills to hand, that fills your hand up. And that's less of an opportunity for Grumble to be returning Shudderwocks back to hand, for example. So we are going up against a tax paladin, and we've already been taxed by this web lord. Mutanus costing 9.
Have you heard?
Chain Gang costing 6. However, there is one thing in hand that is very much reassuring. In fact, 2 things. We have Devolve and we have Ice Fishing. And if the secret is Oh My Yogg, we have a coin to proc it, it's fine. So I'm in no rush here. I'm happy to plod along at a reasonable pace. I'll let them load up the board, and then we will decide the right time to pull the trigger. Of course, the longer that Weblord stays up on board, the more annoying it's going to become, because I'm going to be getting all of these nice cards into my hand, and a number of them are unplayable. What I really want is more board commitment. I'd like to see a second Weblord. Mindbreaker? Sure, okay. Our opponent clearly dislikes Odd Hunter. Don't we all? So, can I wait a little bit longer before pulling the trigger on the devolve? I think this is the question. Or do I just need to get rid of this board right now? There's a lot of damage on there. Okay, oh my Yorg, as predicted. Sure. Oh my goodness, Forbidden Ritual. We actually don't have the mana here to play Devolve. This is interesting. It's given us a board, but we couldn't neutralise their board. And now our face is getting absolutely hammered. I think my concern there would have been spells to buff the minions on board, and then for them to get lethal. Okay, that's a buff, but they can't hit our face with it this turn, that's fine. Okay, finally, we get to actually devolve. Sure, that's fine. I'm just going to play the ice fishing now, while I can. Normally I wouldn't want to reveal the ice fishing until the turn I play it. But if we get another Oh My Yorg in play, then we're screwed, because we don't have another spell to proc Oh My Yorg with. So we'll get the 2 Murlocs into hand, just in case they are needed. Okay, we just need to survive now for another few turns. And so I'm happy, absolutely happy to use this combo. How long can this go on? That is the question here. We've built up a board. Oh my god, they actually drew that off the top from the previous turn. That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. Wow. How much of this can we clear, I think is the question. These divine shields, really frustrating. Okay, so Zola has to be the player here. Does the ordering of this matter? No, I think we're fine. By the holy light, indeed. So we do it again. Oh, okay, we don't get the, okay, we don't get the AoE. So we had to trade. Still fine, though. We have 2 poisonous Murlocs on the board. It's fine. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Okay. Mutanus, because we can. For no other reason. Oh wow, that's actually pretty huge. Not that they were going to get a chance to use that, Battlemaster. But, here we go. This should just be a relatively straightforward win. So this game has played out like a typical Shudderwock Shaman game. No opportunity to use Kazakusan. Well, onward to the next game.
Are you ready to fight?
Are you ready to fight? Well, keep the ice fishing. Her opponent is called WKD Greggs. Those of you that live in the United Kingdom, Greggs is a well-known shop that sells pastries and baked goods. I don't know if they've got a presence abroad outside of the UK. But yeah, it's just seeing our opponent's name there reminded me of pastries. That's a happy, happy thought. Sometimes when you play Hearthstone, you do need to have other happy thoughts too. As frustrating as the game can sometimes be, happy thoughts about pastries and cake and croissants and muffins and cookies, it can really help.
Nature waits for no one but me.
Druid really scares me in wild mode at the moment, because you've got Cthulhu Druid, you've got Mechathu Druid, and I can never seem to win against them. Oh my goodness. Already playing Dirty Rat. Wait, what kind of a druid is this then? Playing Wrath. It's been a while since I've seen Wrath get played. I don't think that gets typically played in Druid anymore. Right, I'm not going to hero power. I'm just conscious of overloading my board with totems, and I do struggle sometimes to figure out the timings on this. When is it okay to hero power? When is it okay not to hero power? I know when you're getting ready to play the Shudderwock, you don't want totems on the board. And I suppose there are some totems that are more useful than other totems, given the circumstances. So I guess here, if we're trading minions into other minions, having healing totems pretty good. Galocka Crawler getting played. Interesting. What kind of a druid is this? Well, maybe Skulking Geist will give us a few clues. Oh, okay. Skulking Geist actually did nothing there, so no clues yet then as to what this druid is. No one-mana spells. But the Skulking Geist battle cry is in the pool now, and this will be helpful for us in the late game. When we play our Shudderwock. To avoid our hand being overloaded with wind chills. Do we bully our opponent here? I think it's sensible. And I will hero power. Sure, why not? Okay, I was hoping for healing totem, maybe. Okay. Nourish for card draw. Ooh, that's scary. Handful of resources. Okay, so with all of those resources in hand, maybe next turn we'll start to get a better idea of what we're up against. Do I want Bolner here? Is that going to do anything significant?
So many choices.
Do I want to take Bolner and keep him for future turn?
Hand over the
I
goods.
guess so. No hero power. Was that correct? Should I have hero power there? Bolner, Dirty Rat, into Bird, into Ice Fishing. Could be pretty cute, right? Even if we did that on turn 10, we wouldn't have enough mana to play everything, including the Toxfin Flurgle combo. But there is there is some interest in Balna and Dirty Rat for sure, I think. Because we can Balna, Rat, Ice Fishing, Flurgle, Toxfin. On turn 9, if I am counting correctly. What the hell is that? Okay. Well, here we go. Let's see what is in our opponent's hand. Oh god! The god of death, Yogg Saron. Let's try again. Zephyrus. Okay, that confirms it. This is Reno Druid. Now, I didn't go for the ice fishing. Once I started to cotton on to what this is, I think I was just more interested in pulling things from the hand, right? I think this is fine. What am I concerned about now? A possible return to hand effect? Maybe? If they've got it? What a fascinating game. And this is far more interesting to play against compared to Cthulhu Druid or Mechathune Druid. I mean, we're heading to turn 10 for us. And I feel pretty good about this, right? I feel pretty good. If this was Cthulhu Druid or Mechathune Druid, I'd probably be quite scared at this point in the game. But I'm feeling pretty good. Now, we have Grumble in hand. So, we could start to do this all over again in terms of pulling things out of their hand.
That rope's burning again.
Our opponent is deep in thought. Okay, thank you very much. Get rid of my totem for me. Oh, that's too good to pass up. Too good to pass up. I was going to grumble, return stuff to hand, but this is just brilliant. Okay, and what else? Okay, sure. That'll do. If I am going to grumble, what do I want to bring back to hand? I want the bird back to hand, right? So we'll kill the Geist off. The Geist isn't going to have any more value for me in this game, whereas the bird is definitely going to have value.
Life and hope.
Oh goodness gracious, Moonlit Guidance with an Alexstrasza. Actually gets the taunt value. Ooh, look, we could get some coins. This could be interesting. Hello, Shudderwock. Do I want you yet? No, I don't. Oh, it's a bird. Very nice. Oh, this is so good for us. Because if we grumble, we get the Flurgle Toxfin combo back to hand as well. And we can actually grumble this turn. But I'm not. Because I value this board presence. I value this board presence. What screws us here? Poison seeds? Bees? Okay, that screws us. Well, not entirely. We lose Flurgle, that's okay. Gonna be rich? Sure. Okay. Skipping ahead into Elise the Enlightened with no real value. What a shame. What a shame. And I've got to the point where I'm stalling out this game because I want Kazakusan value.
Life and hope are worth fighting.
To the point where I was not attacking my opponent's face. Or even making trades. I'm trying to encourage my opponent to get back into this game. Okay. Encouraging my opponent to get back into this game has potentially been hazardous here because Onyxia's dragons could do some serious work for them. Oh dear. Have I been too generous? Am I being too kind to my opponents? There's a lot of damage on board. Here we go with the bird. Freeze the board. And we chill. We have another bird lined up.
Life and hope.
And yes, here we go again. What else are you going to commit?
I dream
Oh God.
the world trembles.
Dreaming and trembling with Ysera. And they get the taunt value again. Okay. This is actually quite scary due to Ysera's cards. I need to get rid of Ysera. That board is not much better, actually. Try again. That's slightly better? Ooh. Chill more. We can get the AoE. Which didn't actually do much, but okay. Okay, sure, whatever. I think I sort of played that a little too quickly there without thinking in terms of my trades there. I should have thought about that turn a bit more. What did activating Chillmore's AoE really do for me there? Beyond removing one thing from their board. Wow, Coldara Drake. They can hero power forever. Well, they can't draw. So they can waste our time here and just keep ramping into nothing. And then at 20. Alright. You've shown off. You can end your turn now. So what am I looking for here? I'm looking for my Shudderwock. We need to get the Shudderwock in hand before we play Kazakusan. Otherwise we delete our Shudderwock, right? Or is there just any thought towards playing Kazakusan anyway? But still got to be wary of the amount of damage on this board. There's a lot of damage on this board. And they still have cards in hand. Alright. Sleepbreaker. So we just freeze the highest attack power. That's not a Shudderwock. Let's do it again. Get the Shudderwock. What am I freezing? Coldara Drake has got 7 health. Freeze that. There it is. Okay, so make it difficult for them to make trades with a healthy minion. So it's unlikely that we die here when you add up the damage on board that can actually attack. All we have to be scared about is whatever's in hand. So next turn, what are we doing?
Actually, I'm good here.
As they continue to add damage to the board, are we just forced into playing the Shudderwock? as much as I'd like to play Kazakusan. Well, can we just play Kazakusan here? I really want to play it, but I don't think I can. I think I just have to play the Shudderwock. And being conscious of this, our board, I just want to get rid of these minions. Mutanus, okay, a 1-1. Mutanus again, a 1-1, okay. Freeze the board, freeze the board. Mutanus again. Okay, 4-9, take it. So what are the chances that we could string this game along? Oh, of course, our Skulking Geist hits before we get the wind chills to hand. Wow, Murazond. All the Mutanus battle cries. So, what are the chances our opponent is going to just concede next turn? Please don't concede. I really, 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 really want to play Kazakusan. Thank you for not conceding, sir. Right. What are we going for? 7 damage. Oh, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't even matter. This game is over.
Snicker snack!
We have a Shudderwock in hand. Grumble is a temptation here to get both of these back to hand. I think that's fine. We don't die to this board. There's nothing in hand. We're good. Could play the Shudderwock again, you know. Just for fun. Or we could have played a wind chill and drawn a card. We'll go with the Shudderwock. Why not? Oh, Book of the Dead! Goodbye, board!
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
Now the Shudderwock, love to see it. Now the Shudderwock, thank you very much. Can we get to our Book of the Dead value, please? Just want to see this board erupt. And there we go. What a satisfying victory. And we actually got to play Kazakusan. All it took was for us to face a Reno druid that was slower than us. Alright, warlock time, and I have a feeling this is not going to be a slow game on their part. So I'm going to keep the Snowfall Guardian. You may have noticed with my video publishing schedule over the last couple of months that I'm not publishing videos at the rate that I was publishing them before Christmas. So before Christmas I was publishing 1 or more videos per week, per weekend. Now it's 1 video every 2 weeks or so. And I think you may be wondering why that's the case. It's because I need to spend less time staring at screens. Between work and leisure, it's not that I don't enjoy Hearthstone anymore. I still love Hearthstone. It's a great game for me. I can always find something to do in Hearthstone that I enjoy. but it's about cutting down my screen time. Right, so this is interesting. Dancing swords, wow. Not seen that for a while. Naxxramas from back in the day. I mean, is this what warlocks play now? As I say, I play less Hearthstone now. I spend less time on the wild ladder. Is dancing swords a big inclusion now in warlock?
Side effects? No. Trust me.
Okay, they're just drawing through their deck at a rapid pace. I think I kind of suspect what may be coming. Are we just going to get comboed down in the late game? Is that what's going to happen? Okay. We're just biding our time to Snowfall Guardian. And hopefully you can just hit them in the face a couple of times and win the game. And they're just going to be damaging themselves significantly each turn, hopefully, and well, we're going to put our faith in Snowfall Guardian.
With a whisper, chaos comes.
Oh, it's about to get windy out here.
See what we could get here? Oh, that's huge. Absolutely huge. Goodbye, board. Or rather, goodbye Tamsin is what I was supposed to say. And the great thing about this is that there's a rat in the way, 6 health taunt. If Bolner can survive, then we play the Guardian next turn. And we're just going to be very, very happy. If we're going to get hit with a combo, I assume that Tamsin is a big part of that combo? Is that right? Well, I guess they are thinning out their deck every turn, drawing a minion onto the board. I guess that works to their advantage, somewhat. Guess it depends on what gets pulled. If it's a Battlecry minion, do you really need to use that Battlecry from hand? Rather than having the body dragged onto the board? Can they kill Bolner here? Was our Bolner just too big for them? No, it's too big. Okay, Mutanus value, here we go. And, oh, Elec. Okay. Sure. Alright, Oracle. Wow. Wow! Mutanus value! Don't you just love it? When you're playing it.
Are you ready to fight?
Spy Paz is our opponent, and it's a Shaman. A fellow Shaman. Although they don't have the Bru'kan portrait. So in my eyes, second-rate Shaman. Ah, that is rude of me to say. They are greeting me. I should be kind to them, right?
Greetings, young one.
They're not a pirate warrior. They're not an odd hunter. I should be polite and kind. And notice that we are now at Legend. So as we head to the end of the February season, managed to get Legend. A mixture of decks, playing this deck on the last few ranks of the Diamond Ladder, and also playing Kazakusan Druid. Yes, the deck that I don't like playing against, but I like playing it. If that makes any sense.
When Earth moves, empires.
Oh, goodness gracious! Tolvia's Stone Shaper. Elementals. How very curious. How very, very curious. Such a shame that I hit Legend this late in the season. If I'd hit Legend earlier, then, you know, I could be playing against these weird and wonderful decks on the Legend ladder. I assume at this rank on the Legend ladder, people don't care about what they're playing. They just really want to have fun. They stop tryharding to some degree. So yes, at rank 3000-ish on the Legend ladder, you get to face Elemental Battlecry Shaman. Would this deck still play a Shudderwock? Or are they just trying to win through tempo on board with elementals? How fascinating. We are getting ready to queue up that Mutanus, though, on turn 7. See what kind of value we can get from it. But in the meantime, we have a lower Theb. I see you. I'm gonna prop the shield, take the shield off. That'll sequence nicely into Snowfall Guardian, into the Mutanus. So a very nice curve that is ahead of us. How long can this go on? Now I see Saranite Chain Gang, I'm thinking they do play the Shudderwock. And that fascinates me because of these elemental battle cries that we've seen. How do they synergize with the Shudderwock? Grumble is a welcome sight as we start to chain these Snowfall Guardians potentially. Lightning Storm could also be useful to kill the chain gangs. Although I suspect that maybe playing the second Snowfall Guardian is going to be the way forward. Okay, they play nothing else. Interesting. Notice how lucky I've been in the games so far in this video. Mutanus has got me great value in a number of games. And Mutanus has not interfered with ice fishing. I've always drawn Mutanus first, and then be able to play ice fishing to get my Flurgle Toxfin combo. It's almost as if luck has been on my side for a change. It's almost as if I'm so in tune with the Shudderwock that whenever I play Shudderwock Shaman now, good things happen. Well, considering all of the time and the hours that I've invested in Shudderwock Shaman over the years, I'm happy that I've reached this point. I really am. And I think it's well deserved. Hello, ice fishing. Just talking about ice fishing, and look, we get it. I think it is worth clearing this board. And at this rate, we are not going to be getting any Kazakusan value, I think. This game is just over. Unless they can do something miraculous on this turn. Maybe freeze my board again. But if they do that, you know, we can freeze again with Snowfall Guardian. We have Grumble, we can get Mutanus, sorry, not Mutanus, Flurgle Toxfin back to hand. I'm confusing my Murlocs here. We've also got Dirty Rat in hand, so we can potentially rat out something big, but I think I'd like to save my rat for a future Shudderwock turn, perhaps? Try and disrupt their Shudderwock if they play it. I mean, they have to play it, right? They play Snowfall Guardian. And we've seen Chain Gang. So I could have ratted on the previous turn when playing Flurgle Toxfin, but I think it's just worth holding on to the rat.
There is little time.
I guess they're unlikely, or less likely, to have their Shudderwock in hand at this stage of the game. It's probably still in their deck, so... Oh, I think they've just left. Wow, rage quit. I feel sad about this. They're playing a cool deck with elementals, and we've made them rage quit. Shame on me. Shame on me. Well... is this lethal? What is this? 16, 17, 18, 19. It's one off. Part of me wonders if I just want to stall the game a bit. No, we will, we'll see this game out. We'll finish it off. If I were to stall this, what would be the point? I'd only be stalling it to get to a Kazakusan turn, right? And that's not going to happen anytime soon. I've got too many cards left in my deck. Alright, sure. Well, credit to my opponent for playing an elemental. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, DannyJi's Shudderwock Shaman. What do I think of this deck? Well, it plays Mutanus, which I know the Shaman purists, the Shaman experts will look at this and think, oh, that's really bad because ice fishing has the risk of drawing Mutanus when you actually need Flogel Toxfin. But in the games that I played with this deck, I've just got super lucky, right? Mutanus has popped into my hand first, and then ice fishing has drawn me Flogel Toxfin, so I've been okay. But I understand the bad design element of including Mutanus in the deck. Given that it does interfere with ice fishing. I understand that completely, but I've had a lot of fun with Mutanus in this video, so I'm happy with it in here. This is more of a meme deck, I think, because of Kazakusan in the deck. This video has proved one thing: you don't need Kazakusan to win games in wild mode. The meta is still too fast with Odd Hunter and Pirate Warrior. On my march to Legend, I was facing a lot of Pirate Warriors and Odd Hunters, especially at Diamond 2 and Diamond 1. So, really and truly, you're just aiming to survive and then eventually see out the game. Very unlikely that you'll get to Kazakusan. Also, cheating out Kazakusan is, well, impossible in this deck, I assume, right? You're gonna have to play it at its full 8 cost. Whereas I'm seeing it played on standard, and I'm playing it on standard, and, you know, with something like Druid, for example, you can cheat it out quite early. So, yeah, Kazakusan in this deck is very much a late game commodity, as I've found, and I've only been able to play it once, as you saw at the start of the video in that first game, and that was very satisfying. But because it's unnecessary, and because you're only going to play it very, very rarely in very, very slow games, yes, Kazakusan is an additional extra for meme value more than anything else. Now, my dream is to try and get full meme value with Kazakusan and the Shudderwock. I have a feeling I'm going to have to play a lot more games before that happens, though. But my dream is accomplished. I played Kazakusan in the Shudderwock deck, and here goes another addition to my Shudderwock Shaman playlist. So, mission accomplished, I guess. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I'll probably see you in a couple of weeks' time for another video, as I mentioned earlier. My video publishing schedule has reduced dramatically, not because I am not enjoying Hearthstone. I love Hearthstone still. I have more or less a complete collection, so I can pretty much play any deck that I want to play. So there's always going to be something for me to play. Despite a challenging meta at times, there's always going to be something interesting, intriguing for me to play on an off-meta basis. Also, given that I don't take the ladder too seriously anymore, you know, I'm in it for the fun, not for the competitiveness. If I was in it for competitiveness, I'd just be playing Pirate Warrior and Odd Hunter, right? So there's always going to be something good for me to play. I'm always getting people sending me deck lists, so yeah, that's wonderful. And look, there's always standard mode, and there's always battlegrounds if I'm really desperate. So I still love the game, but am spending less time staring at screens for health reasons. Need to rest those eyes a bit more, especially as I get older. You know, how many years has this channel been in existence now? It's been a good few years, and I am conscious that as each year goes by and I get older, yeah, I need to look after my health, and preserving my eyes as I get older is a key priority. And for anyone listening to this video, or watching this video I should say, you're probably an avid computer gamer. I assume you are probably somebody that streams a lot of Netflix or other services. Look after your eyes. Take good care of your eyes, right? When I was in my 20s, when I was young, I gave no thought to my eyes, right? I felt invincible. Could spend as much time staring at screens as I wanted, either for work or for leisure. But as I've got older, I've come to realise that, you know, your body does start to break down. It does start to wear away over time. So, you know, you've got to do everything you can, especially when you're younger, to look after it and make sure that, you know, your key organs in your body, your key functions, your eyes, your heart, and there are others, your kidneys, your liver, and I could go on, but those key organs and key functions of your body are protected and preserved for as long as they can be. So that as you get older, you have a better quality of life. So yes, thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you all again soon for more Wild Mode fun. But until next time, please stay safe. Please look after yourselves. And as always, please be good to one another.